Hello everyone. So we've been working with our puppy drawing, working with a grid. We started by doing our grid and making a border, then we moved on to add the details and start with some tone. Today we're going to continue working with this. The first thing that you need to remember is when you are working, when you're adding tone to your details, when you're doing, for example, the ears, you need to try to work from the darkest part first, removing the pressure from your pencil so it becomes lighter as you move along. And first you start creating a base of your color. Once you have that, you sharpen your pencil really well, and then you add all the texture, all the hairs to create like the fur of your dog. This week we're gonna continue working with our drawing. We're gonna try to finish the whole thing now. So the first thing that you need to do is try to see where the different sections of your dog are. So you're gonna see that there's some parts that are much darker and some parts that are much lighter. So you can mark them with a pencil just lightly, so you can draw them out later. You can leave the grid first, then mark them, and then just make sure that your grid. Once you've marked your sections and you know where's the lightest part, where's the darkest part, you've rubbed out your grid, you're gonna, before you add any color, my suggestion is really lightly mark tiny hairs of the fur following the direction on each section. So you're gonna see, I don't know if you can see there, but the hair works in different directions. So this goes around the eye, this goes around the nose, so it moves in a lot of different directions. So mark them with tiny lines, that way it's easier to know the direction of your color. When you're adding tone, you know what way to move your pencil to. And we're gonna start working the same way that we work with the ears. You're gonna start doing blocks of color and then trying to blend them by working in different directions and adding some texture for the fur. Now, this part can be a bit frustrating because when you start in your drawing, a lot of times it doesn't look right. You're gonna see patches of color everywhere, and that I know can frustrate a lot of people. This is just the process, so that's how it's supposed to look in between. Yeah, you don't start with a masterpiece, you start by making it look rough, the lines just are lines, then suddenly it's patches of color, and as you keep working, the colors start to blend, the textures start to show, and suddenly it starts to look more real. But please don't get frustrated when you get to this stage. It's important to remember to work in different directions so you blend your color. Don't press too hard, otherwise it's gonna become too dark. And another thing that is really important is you're gonna notice that in your image you have different types of hair. So this part in this image that I'm holding, this part, the hairs are longer, yeah? The hairs in the eyebrows are a bit longer too. And then the hairs in here in the snout are much shorter. So you need to make those type of lines. You're working with longer lines for when the hair is longer. You're working with smaller hair in different sections. That's gonna help you look more realistic. When you get to the part of the mustache, the whiskers, I don't know if it's called mustache or whiskers. When you get to that part, you need to be very careful. You need to start where the hair starts and then try to follow one direction in one motion. My suggestion is get another piece of paper first and practice, because once it's there, that's it. If it's too short, it's gonna look short. If it's too long, it's gonna look long. So try to practice, try to get it right before you actually do it in your dog. And that's it. Hopefully you're gonna be able to finish everything else this week. I am looking forward to look at all your masterpieces. I hope that this was fun, and I will see you next time. Bye.